What's going on, people? It's your boy, Brass Tax in this. You already know. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Good movie. I'm not going to talk too much about the movie because I ain't Jeremy Jans. Good movie. Liked it. Preferred the first one a little more. I thought this was a little slow in parts, but it was entertaining. It still had my attention throughout. I think this was funnier than the previous movie. Got some laughs out of me, I ain't gonna lie to you. Drax is funny as hell in this. He's stealing the show every time. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shot in 8K. Visual effects 2K. Digital intermediate 2K. Dolby Atmos sound. Let's just keep real with you. There ain't gonna be no seal of approval. There is not gonna be a reference quality transfer. None of those logos have popped up. None of those logos are gonna pop up because the picture quality of this movie is about as consistent as a fat boy job. The detail is a mixed bag. I don't know what to say to you, it's mixed bag. Indoor scenes somehow are showing more detail than outdoor scenes. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Being as this is an 8K shot movie, I was disappointed with this transfer somewhat. Hair, clothing, textures, and makeup have an extra layer of detail, sheen, and what have you. It's almost like I'm reviewing two different movies. After Kurt Russell turns up, it's decided it wants to flex its muscles halfway through the movie. It's a bit lazy on the offset, but then it decides, guess what? Time for me to show off my stuff. After that first half of the movie, detail goes into overdrive in parts. Long shots look especially nice, more detail. It's like it was shot with multiple cameras. Close up, you notice details and close-ups. Pause, people looking a bit older than they did last year or even the year before that, but guess what? It's also soft in parts. I can't explain. Zoe Saldana, well, you're always looking at it. 4K, baby. There's about 3 or 4 different reference shots on the detail level. That's not enough for me, not for an 8K transfer. Your boy disappointed on the detail level. Depth is another inconsistent one. Change from Spare Change mentioned this as well. They're being ambushed, right? And it's a scene in the woods and some of the leaves, arrow being thrown, looks like it's popping off the screen. There is great depth in certain scenes. Some of the foreground, background, especially in space shots where you see ships, look very nice. Star-Lord and his crew, they're escaping a situation and they're on this ship. That has also got great depth to it. Looks like certain things are popping out of the screen, but just the tip. Some of that, just the tip, baby. The finale of this movie looks phenomenal in the depth department. There's a lot of action going on in the movie's finale, right? They're in a cave, things are crumbling left and right, lasers are being fired, special effects extravaganza. The depth on that looks very, very good. Now, if only the depth was like that all the way through this movie. You wanna know what the HDR's like? You're dating this girl, right? She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, and she has a go at you quite often. She's not happy with the way you do things. She doesn't even find you funny. You be saying jokes, laughing at your own jokes. She ain't laughing, cause she ain't even finding it funny. Guess what? You put up with it. Guess why? Cause she is beautiful. She got the sex game on 10. So, you stick with her. That's what the HDR's like. The detail is okay. The depth is okay. But the HDR, oh man, that's a winner. Great HDR. HDR is gorgeous from the offset. You're noticing the wider colors. Star-Lord's jacket is just a different sheen of brown. Different sheen, no homo. Great establishing shots. Some of the scenery is just postcard-esque. I ain't even gonna lie to you. When Kurt Russell is showing his son what to do, you got this special effects, all these different colors coming off the screen. Your TV has turned into a 3-dimensional HDR rainbow. Colors literally dripping off the screen, your TV orgasming. I don't know what to say to you, it is what it is. Even the ships, the lights on the ships look gorgeous. Lasers are being shot from guns. Guess what? Lasers are blindingly bright. Lasers look beautiful. There's just so much more wider color than there is in the 1080p. It's a night and day difference. If there's any winner on this disc that's gonna differentiate itself from the 1080p, it's the HDR. The HDR on this is A1. It's a shame they didn't include Dolby Vision in this, because I would have liked to see how that is like, and I know it's available on Vudu, but what can you do? I ain't dealing with Vudu. I'm dealing with physical discs. There are just so many scenes to point out. I'm gonna be here all day if I talk about it. Your HDR 4K TV looking like the emoji smiley face. That's what it's looking like when HDR is flexing its muscles. Black levels are very well saturated. They're dark, they're inky. It looks like some of your TV just decided to switch itself off. Space looks infinite, looks like it could go on forever. It preserves inky blacks, but showing off more detail in darkish environments. Especially in the woods where they're getting ambushed, looks phenomenal. The darks are inky dark, but you still manage to see detail that was a little bit muddy in the 1080p. CGI is some of the best I've seen in this movie. Looks fantastic. Biggest issue for me was seeing some of the makeup and some of the characters, which was pretty obvious. In movement, you will notice some CGI. That's just the way it is. But you really have to look. There is nothing really that offensive. Even when you see characters next to the CGI, standing right next to it, still looks great. I know what to say to you. You want thunder, lightning, you tell your girl to go sit on a wolf and see what happens. I tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna get lucky that night. The Outmost is great for the most part. Explosions and action scenes, anything that involves some bass, is gonna shake the place. Your woofer may explode. Amazing surround sound. Arrows come firing from left to right. Guess what? You're looking from left to right. You in the woods being ambushed. You can hear soldiers stepping on some leaves on the left. Guess what? You're looking on the left saying, oh my God, who's in the room with me beside my girl? Do you know what I'm saying? There's not really much going up top, but when it does, it makes this presence felt. In terms of the sound department, the movie's climax is really the highlight. If your girl is still sitting on the woofer at the end of the movie, that's gonna be a miracle. Because two things should have happened by now. She should have been fired out the window, or multiple orgasms should have taken place. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not quite reference, but when it flexes, it flexes. This is a reference quality disc. Quite simply put, it blows the 4K right out of the water. When I mean blows out the water, we're talking battleships, we're talking torpedoes, we're talking major destruction. There is aspect ratio switching. We got black bars and we got no black bars. The 4K wasn't all that. Do you remember how good Guardians 1 was in 3D? I'd say this is slightly better. There's more depth. Things are literally popping out the screen. Star-Lord is popping out the screen. No homo. My girl Zoe in the green, she popping out the screen. That's me. Lasers flying, special effects popping out the screen. There is great pop out. There is immense depth. You looking at the screen, it's gonna go on forever. It's gonna go on forever. I don't know what to say to you. You know you're watching a good 3D disc when you're bobbing and weaving, when things are hitting you, things are coming at you from all sides, and you're trying to dodge it. You're trying to dodge it left and right. That's how good the 3D is. Kurt Russell popping out the screen. Kurt Russell look like he's sitting in the room with you. Kurt Russell makes you feel like he's your dad, but he's your dad in 3D. Really, the 3D is gorgeous. My favorite 3D presentations I've seen in a while. Between the two, 3D wins every time. And if you don't have 3D, then I don't even know why you're watching this. If I spent the time telling you every scene that stood out, I'd be here all day. There's no point. All I'm gonna say to you is it's a fantastic 3D transfer. Women love 3D. Get a go around. Have a watch of 3D. You know what's gonna happen next. Well, you already know. It's fairly disappointing on the detail front, fairly disappointing on the depth front, but HDR makes up for it, but I really did expect a lot more from this considering it was shot in 8K. This has its moments, reference level moments, but overall, it's the HDR that's winning, and that's just not enough for me to give it a brass tack seal of approval. I'll keep it real with you. Make sure you subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you guys